Good morning, Pete here from A Bit Twisted. So this morning, just gonna make a rolag. Just kind of show that. We're talking about pre-drafting stuff, and yesterday, and I discussed about even pre-drafting Rolags that I make right before I spin, since I spin really thin. It's nice to have my Rolags kind of pre-drafted out. Nice light, airy, makes things a lot faster. So there's a couple ways I do this. One is I'll take my raw washed wool and comb them out with my combs, and what I have left over is a bunch of short fiber, and I save the cleanest fiber, which is usually the last when I'm dizzing off the combs. Sometimes I'll save more because it's still not terrible bad, and then I'll hand card them into Rolags like this. And these ones I just showed you are kind of dense Rolags, and so I definitely pre-draft them out into a much longer. And so and these are short fibers too. These aren't long like the standard staple of the wool that I'm using. These are just the shorter ones. They make great Rolags. And then I'll just kind of grab a little bit, pull, grab a little bit and pull. Stretch that out. By stretching it out, I have a little bit better control. It's not quite so lumped up in a big lump here. It's a lot more open and airy. And if I wanted to do long draw, it helps because it's now just kind of opened up for that. Just keep doing that. And because it's rolag, I can start my spinning from either end. So now I've just got this big long rolag that looks like roving. Like that. So from a dense one to light and airy. And that's what I do. You can also make your Rolags directly from a washed lock, which has the full length staple along with short stuff blended in. And what I do with this, if you don't have combs, this is what you do if you want some Rolags. So I'll just take my card and I'll go sideways with it and get my fibers onto the card. These are going to be long. and you don't really need a whole lot. You don't want to overload your card. So I'm still going to leave some. And then I'll take my other card. And then I'll just card it or comb it out like a hairbrush, brush it out. Is a better term. Brush. I kind of roll it. Make sure I grab all the fibers. And sometimes little things stick. You can just throw those away. So there's two ways you can transfer. So you can take this one and grab from behind and pull. So now everything's onto this card. And then start the process over. Either way, that's kind of a traditional way. Carding doesn't get all the junk out, but it opens enough to where you might be able to pluck it out with your fingers while you're doing this process. And then once you have it all done, like so, there's two things that you can do. One is you can just remove it. So we're going to do two of these. You can take it off and roll it up, or if you want, since you don't have regular combs, or even if you do, I like to lift a little bit from the tip, like that, and then I'll come along and I'm just gonna come and diz this off for a regular roving, just like I would on my regular combs. Just doesn't give you as long of a roving. It also has some of the short junk in it that you may or may not want. And that way you get the long fibers, leave the short ones in the card. And the long ones, I'll just roll this up into a small roving. So this isn't carded. It's carded roving. It's basically what I call it. And then with the remaining short stuff, I'll comb it out, and then I'm going to pull it off. Let's get this down. Here. We got this light, airy, short fiber, and then I'll just roll it up into a little rolag, and this is a fairly lightweight rolag that I don't really need to pre-draft out. This is thin enough. Could if I wanted to, just a little bit. Same thing. And so these short ones will blow through those real fast on the spinning wheel as we're putting them on. And then the other way, just a moment here, a little bit more onto here. So again, we're gonna do this here. Just gonna brush it out. Gonna pluck these seed heads out that made their way in from the field. Yeah, some little junky stuff. Do this again. So this one, I will pull it right off. So now this is a much thicker bat from the card, and I turn it over, set it on the card, and then just roll it up. You can just do it on your pants, you can do it on the card, whatever you want. And now you have a heavier rolag. And then you store it like this. And it'll stay like this. Just keep it protected from your bugs, moths. When you're ready to use it, you take it out and you draft it out. And this is full length staple on this one. And this makes a woolen prep. And this is a rolag, not actually a roving, but it now looks like roving. It's nice and thin like roving, but it started out as a rolag. And this is ready to go. This is your prep. Similar to what I did with this wool. So this is Romney. The one I just showed you is Jacob. And that's how I do mine. And that's how I pre-draft them out. pre-draft them out so they look like roving, but they're not. They were prepped as woolen, as a woolen prep, nice and airy. They spin fast, and they you can do long draw with them, all that good stuff. So that's my morning thing, and so we will talk to you all later. Thanks for watching.